What's up, everybody? Let me make sure this is running. Oh, yeah. Well, welcome back. This is going to be another training video all about the CRMs that I have tried. Recently, I have had somebody ask about if I could make a training video about the CRMs that I have tried personally. I did add a couple that I've heard were pretty good. I know that there's probably 50 out there. However, I do have personal experience with 4 of them. And so I want to make sure that I get that information out to you. I do have one of my favorites, and I'll talk about that here shortly. So without further ado, let's kind of go through the list, and then I'll show you the ones that I think will work. So the good, the bad, and the ugly. I really don't know about the ugly or the bad. I just have tried some of these, and so I wanted to talk about them. So of course, first is close. I'm going to get to the screen that actually shows that, but close is my favorite. So if you don't hear anything else out of this video, close is the most powerful CRM I have ever put my hands on. Up next is Convert Social, which I don't know if you guys would have access to it. We are provided access through the media company that we hired that is handling the social media posts and things like that for the videos. And so Convert Social is super powerful, but it's super expensive. So I don't really recommend that one right now for everyone in our staff. And then we do have Lion Desk. I have personal experience with that one. I do have personal experience with Top Producer as well. The other 2 that are on this list is Follow Up Boss and KV Core. I have heard both of those are pretty outstanding. I have never tried either one of those, so if you want to give those a go, that's up to you. All right, so I'm going to close the slideshow really fast. Real quick, this is just the page for close so that you can find it. You can try close for free to get the platinum experience. I believe it's 2 weeks worth. After that, from my experience, before I got handcuffed and was not able to use it anymore, I'll tell you about that in just a second. This one costs about $500 a year, maybe $600 now. But like I said, close is the most powerful that has ever been touched by me. I just have not seen a CRM be as robust and as easy to gather new leads and clients to put in there. So, like I said, if you don't hear anything else or you check out after this, close is the best. I would just go there and I would scrap all the other CRMs if I was able to. So, the reason why I don't use close anymore is because the military, they got tired of me pumping out emails and stuff to them. And so I kind of got in trouble with my military career. I didn't really get in trouble, but I was on the radar. And so you always want to get off the radar. So for me to do that, I closed down my close account. And when I retire from the military, I will go back to close the very next day. Close is by far the easiest to use, most powerful. And I increased my network from like 1,400 people to 14,000 in like 2 years because it just pumps new people in there for you. Like I said, that one's my favorite. This one is the Convert Social. So this is the super expensive one that we have access to right now through the media company. Like I said, you probably won't get access to this, but this thing is robust and powerful. This is actually powering the training portal, our website, the social media stuff, the planning, the prepping. This thing is a behemoth, but we're spending about $1,500 a month for the media company, and this one's included for about $197 a month. Otherwise, I feel like this CRM is really geared towards a huge team and a staff. So one day maybe I'll start trying to incorporate that for team members, but right now that's not even on the radar. So you guys can just know that me running the company, we do have access to this very powerful CRM, and it launches a bunch of the other programs that we have. All right, up next is Lion Desk. Lion Desk to me felt pretty clunky, but it started to actually run pretty well. It did have great automation, and there is a way to text people through Lion Desk. So that is something that Close did not have when I was using it. Close, when I was using it, did not have any texting automation through it. So if you're really requiring texting to be in your CRM, then potentially Lion Desk might be better for you. But like I said, I don't even care about that. I would go back to Close if I could right now, if I wouldn't get in trouble with the military. Lion Desk was like $65 a month, I think, when we were buying it. All right, up next is Top Producer. This is their new version of Top Producer, or the area you can log into. They've had an older version. I've been on the older version before and the new version. Both versions costed the same. It just we got grandfathered into the new version at one point, and so I think it was about 85 or $90 a month. So you're looking to spend about $1,000 a year in a CRM in either Lion Desk or this one, I think. Top Producer felt really archaic to me and really old. I didn't love Top Producer. It did have some templates and things that were pretty robust and really long. So you could set your client up in one of those templates and it would email them for like 6 years straight. I mean, it was pretty robust, but I didn't love how it felt, so I kind of stopped using Top Producer. Also, side note, I was on Top Producer first when I very first got a CRM. Then when I found Close, I scrapped Top Producer like the next week. And then I went and tried a bunch of other CRMs out once I got in trouble with Close. That's how I got onto Lion Desk, because I did try a bunch of other ones, but I can't remember those names. And Lion Desk just happened to stick out a little bit, so I went with that one at the time. And now I've scrapped all the CRMs, and now we're using Convert Social like I showed you. So up next is Follow Up Boss. I have some people in our national network. They say this one is pretty good. I don't know how much it costs. I don't know what it does. I just have heard that they like it. So if you wanted to give that a shot, you could probably try that. And then KV Core, there is somebody in our national network, and they talk about this all the time. I do believe this is the platform that most Keller Williams agents use. And so I would imagine that this platform is pretty robust and probably pretty easy to use. So this one might be an option for you. I don't know how much it costs or what it can do, like I said, so that might be a great option for you. All right, so back to the list really quick. So we did cover Close. Close is my favorite. We do have Close tutorials in the training platform. Convert Social, like I said, super expensive. You probably never get onto that one unless you start a brokerage firm with us. Then I would highly recommend it. Lion Desk, like I said, pretty archaic, but not too bad. Did have texting software through there. Top Producer, I hated. Follow Up Boss and KV Core, I just don't know. So, the long story here with the CRMs is that there are probably 100 you could try right now. And all of them do different stuff, but all of them try to maintain the same thing, and that is constant communication with your network. Now, I do have a friend of mine, and he is a super big real estate investor, and he still uses the only CRM that he's ever used, and it's an Excel sheet. That's it. He just writes his people's names down, their contact info, and he writes little notes about them, like I called this person on this date, or this is their birth date, or whatever. That's the only thing he uses, and I swear that guy is just super powerful with an Excel sheet. So you don't have to get fancy. I just like a lot of the automation that these services provide, because I think time is valuable, and I don't spend a lot of time looking at a sheet that way. So in my opinion, I like the CRMs, but you could easily do it with an Excel sheet. So the short part of all of this, though, is all of these CRMs are only as good as all the information that you put into them and how frequently you actually log in and use it. Because honestly, if you're not using any of these CRMs, or you buy it and then you never use it, it's not doing you any good. Even Close. You could get Close right now and set up Close in a week or maybe 2 days. And if you don't get on there at least daily and look at it and start helping it do its stuff, it's not going to do you any good. So then you're just going to waste money just like all the other CRMs, right? So the biggest thing about any CRM is if you are consistent about using it, it will help your business grow. If you do what most people do and they buy the next shiny thing and they set it up and then forget about it in 3 days, well, then you're just going to waste a bunch of money. So anyway, that's just a little bit about my personal views on some CRMs that I've actually tried personally. So if you want more information about those, or you want me to help you set something up, I can definitely help sit next to you, go over it, look at it, try to help you get familiar with it. And then if you need somebody to help follow up with you and you need constant reminders to try to get into your CRM, I'm definitely down for doing that as well. I have set some of those up in the past with agents, and they found me to be super annoying, because I usually just start automating it, and then they just like get a weekly reminder, and it starts to get really annoying because they know I'm using my CRM and they are not using theirs. So anyway, that's just what I think about CRMs anyway. So pick one, get consistent with it, and I think you guys will grow your businesses. All right, we'll see you guys later.